Well, we're back with Dr. Chaffoo. How's it going?
Good. How are you? Good to see you.
Yeah, it's been a while, huh?
Yeah, a little while.
How have you
Time
been?
flies. I've been good. Yeah. How about yourself?
Doing rhinoplasties
Yeah.
and breast augmentations and you name it, huh?
Right.
Cool sculpting, which we're going to talk about in a little bit.
Yes.
But you're still focusing on the hair restoration. How's it
Yeah,
going?
it's really good, Patrick. You know, the issue is it's been a hard problem for men to find out what to do for hair restoration. There's been a lot of technology, but a lot of people don't understand the best types of technology out there. And what we found is that the NeoGraft technology is really superior. We don't see a scar in the donor area. Healing is very fast, recovery is quick. The thing about our practice that's unique is we have the top people that do this procedure that are trained by the actual company that developed the device.
Okay.
So the hair team that we have are actually certified by the company. They have to have special hands-on training. The technology has advanced to the point where it's very minimally invasive. We have better graft survival. The procedure is shorter, easier on the patient. And in the end, it's about the patient's experience and their outcome that matter the most. And hair restoration, really, Patrick, I think is the most exciting area, one of the most exciting areas in aesthetic surgery, because people don't realize how critical an aesthetic procedure, hair replacement, is, because again, it's a permanent procedure. Once you've done something, it's done for good. And so the technology allows us to be very accurate, and we aren't replacing one problem with another. The nice thing with NeoGraft is it really gives maximal preservation of that donor area, allowing us to go back.
I had the strip technique, and I had, of course, a visible scar.
Yes.
And the donor area, people do not believe me.
Yes.
When I tell them that I've had something done. They said, well, where's the scar?
The nice thing about NeoGraft is we're actually able to go in and do NeoGraft restoration to restore hairlines. We've had women that have come in that have had a facelift where the hairline may have been elevated. There might be a scar on the back of the hairline. So now what we're able to do is this hair restoration surgery and naturally replant the hair to grow the way it would normally grow in the scalp. So basically, if you just look back in this area in here, and you just look at all the hair back here.
That's where my previous scar was.
Right. You can't really see any noticeable scar from the NeoGraft. And the
Not at all.
NeoGraft procedure basically involves this entire area back here where we harvest from. A strip procedure harvests hair from a limited area. And so when you make an incision for a strip procedure, you're taking out a portion of that scalp and you're bringing the scalp together, oftentimes under some tension, and it's that tension that causes the scar to be noticeable. It will oftentimes widen, and then you lose hair on either side of it.
There's a lot of tension here when you move, and
There
that
is.
scar can start off very small,
Yes.
but over time it can actually expand.
Absolutely.
The other thing that I wanted to mention too, because you had mentioned to me about the survivability rate of the follicles themselves once
Yes.
they're removed,
Yes.
and the difference between having a machine. There's machines that do this technique as well.
Correct.
And you preferred to have an individual do this.
Right, because I really believe that that hair restoration surgery requires good hand-eye coordination. There's a certain artistry to it. What I like about NeoGraft is it still involves a skilled hand, an artist's eye. You're never going to really replace the human hand and eye and brain with a machine or a computer. Portions of that might become mechanized or computerized, but the overall process will always be patient-centered and physician-centered. And the nice thing is that when the grafts are harvested, they immediately go into a saline bath, a whirlpool bath, where they're kept nice and moist, and they will prevent desiccation or drying out. My personal feeling is that with a strip technique, you're taking out a large area of scalp. Sometimes that will dry out, and then you have to manipulate that by dividing it multiple times. There's more trauma to the follicles versus removing the follicular units where there's less trauma.
Right. And it's a pretty simple process. I know
Yes.
when I came in, it was a day-long process. I literally took no pain medication. Yeah, when I came home, I ate a little food, and I felt fine. I was impressed. I was expecting, because of the previous surgery, that I was going to be in pain for a week or two.
Exactly.
And the healing process in the back area was, I mean, literally, people could not tell that I had anything done within 4 days.
Right, and I'd say normally we'll say like 4 to 7 days,
Yeah.
because at that point in time everything's healed in. It's really great technology.
If you want to show the folks, you can show what you've done.
You can see that basically, if you look very closely, it's really impossible to distinguish the transplanted hairs from his natural hairs. And so it looks completely natural. And the follicles that were transplanted into Patrick's hairline will remain there permanently. So were you to lose more hair at a later point, that hairline is established and will remain
It's
there.
wonderful. And the hairline itself is so well placed.
Yes.
I mean, the direction of growth, everything. I mean,
Right.
I'm telling you, people, I literally have to show them the video. No, this is hair transplants. They're like, okay, give me his number. And I've sent many people to you, and because you do a great job.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Good to see you again, Patrick.
And thank you so much for being here with us. And until next time, just remember to enjoy.